One of the great features of the Singer SE9180 is the ability to size your embroidery designs. So you have the ability to take them 20% bigger and also 20% smaller. I'm going to show you the functions that you use to do this and also why you can't go, say, 200% bigger. Now, before I go on, make sure that if you're watching any of our free video tutorials that you are clicking like. That is YouTube etiquette for saying thank you for the free content. Okay, so go ahead and turn your machine on and select a design. I'm going to go ahead and select the one that we stitched earlier in our video that we did for learning all the steps it takes to stitch a design from start to finish. We'll put that link right up here for you to check out. If that's something you haven't done yet, you can make sure you're doing all the right steps, ways to make sure you're placing it in the right position before you start, that type of thing. Once you have brought a design on screen, you're going to be working between these two top tabs. The first one is selecting designs, and the second one over is for editing your designs. Go ahead and touch that now. When we talk about editing a design, we're talking about moving it or putting it back in the center of the hoop area. We're talking about rotating it at numerous degrees, so anything from 1 degree to 90 degrees, and also doing any type of other changes. But let's talk about sizing. Here is where we get the option to size it proportionally, bigger or smaller. Okay, so as we touch, you'll see that it will increase, and right up here it even shows you the percentage. So you can see where it actually stops. We also see that we're right at the size of the maximum stitching area. So that's also going to be something that will stop you from getting something all the way up to its largest size, but yeah, that's going to be your limitation. And then also, let's just take a look. Couple touches smaller, we see it gets down to 80% and then stops. So let's just go back to 100%, but we also have options to make it taller but not wider, or skinnier but not taller. Does that make sense? And then we have lots of different choices. So sometimes that actually changes the whole entire look of your design without really doing that much different. I do use this sizing where I might be kind of putting it so it all squishes together when I have a name that's really long with lots of letters, say Jennifer or Charlotte. And what I need to do is I need to make, I don't want the letters to be shorter, but I do need it to be in length shorter. Remember, you can also turn it in 90 degrees and also go this way. You just have to remember to hoop your fabric on that correct direction and with the right side up. So make sure that your hoop is always hooping the fabric the correct way that you have it positioned on screen. And what you see on the screen is what you get. So that would be how we can go ahead and find everything to be sized. And the reason we can't go also much bigger than 20% is it's actually not changing your stitch count. So right here with this design being around 4,600, as I'm enlarging it, you also see that it's still 4,600 stitches. So we're spreading them out. We're not actually increasing the stitch count. So 20% means you're not getting gaps. And then also 20% less means that you are not getting too many stitches piled on top of each other that it becomes too dense to stitch. So just kind of keep that in mind as you reduce designs. You're usually within that range, no problem. But if it does sound a little thicker, that's okay. But if you start to get a lot of thread breaks, maybe that design was kind of dense to start with and you even made it denser. So you might want to just always do a test design, and then you'll know for sure that it's going to stitch out to your liking at the newly reduced or enlarged size. When you're ready, touch the green check mark and you're ready to stitch. In the description below, you'll find all of our videos we've done, both on the sewing side and the embroidery side of this beautiful Singer 9180 machine.